background that you're seeing right behind me is a fake studio. It is not real. I created this just within few minutes, and I'm going to teach you on this video how you too can do the same thing, be you a content creator or a business person. And so I'm going to break this video, let's say, into 3 or 4 steps, as the case might be. One will be the rules of creating this seamlessly, and the second one will be you need to shoot your video just like I'm doing right now. I'm shooting this video that I want to use and change the background, so you need to do that. You also need to take a snapshot of the video, and then we'll go over to editing the video. But let's go to the rule number 1. You need to ensure that you have a flat background. As you can see here, my background is pretty much flat. You do not want to have backgrounds that have things poking out all around it, or have so many distracting objects behind you. That might make your video not to look very good and come out very well. Another thing you need to put into consideration is you need to ensure that the color of your outfit and your background should vary. It shouldn't be the same. That's what I'm trying to say. For instance, you can't be putting on a white outfit and your background is white as well. It's going to look disappearing. It's going to not blend properly when you change it, right? So you need to ensure that your outfit and the background vary, right? But don't make it too colorful. Don't have too much, colors and varying things fighting, like color riot, as some people would say. So another thing that I need you to really put into consideration, I've tried to do this over and over, and one of the things that I discovered is this third rule. You need to ensure that you have enough space between yourself and your background. For instance, I'm stretching my hand like this. You can see that I have enough room space between where I'm standing and my background, because this is going to make it look more real. So make sure that you have enough space between your background and where you are standing. Another thing that I discovered is when you're also creating your video, ensure that you have enough room space, between your head and your mobile phone. Ensure that you have enough space between your head and your mobile phone upwards, because you do not want your video to come out looking like this. No, it's not going to look too good and appealing. I made that mistake, and so my video was looking this way and I had to do another video. So please learn from my mistakes and don't make the same mistake, because I don't want you to go through stress, right? I got you. So let's get on to the second step. So the second step is shooting your video. So when you are trying to shoot your video, you need to ensure that you have good lighting around you. One of the mistakes that people make is when you're shooting your video, you just put so much light on you. It might not look very balanced and all that. You do not want to have so much shadow on your background, like behind you and off. Shadow is okay, but you do not need to have so many of it. So I'm going to tell you a secret. For instance, I'm using my phone now to do this recording, and I have my room light because this is like past 5 p.m, right? I have my room light up, and then what I'm doing, I'm using another light. So your room light or any light is like a key light coming. So my room light right now is serving like my key light because it's above my head. And then I have this other light that is right balancing, casting the shadow, because when you have your room light, it kind of creates a shadow around you. And so you want to have another light in front of you so that you can balance things out and disperse the shadow, so you don't have to have so much shadow created around you or behind you. So you need to use good lighting to ensure that your video come out properly, so that when we finally replace the background, it will look super clean and appealing and amazing. And so shoot your video and take a screenshot of that video. We're gonna use it to spice things up a little bit. You know what they say? Variety is the spice of life. So the third step is editing your video. Now, this is the most interesting part, and this is where you get to, get your hands a little bit dirty. So, let's get right into editing your video within 5 or 10 minutes, and you are done. So, come with me to my studio. Let's get on editing this video. Now we need to use Capcut to do our editing, and Capcut is a very simple editing tool that you can use to create amazing designs even for your businesses and as a content creator generally. So once you create your account with Capcut, it brings you to this page. So once you get to this page, this is how it looks like, right? So you have every options. You have, as you can see here, you have different templates that you can explore to create amazing designs. So I'm just going to put you through on how you can use CapCut to generate your background images. So first we'll go to text to image. You click on text to image, then it loads and opens this way. And you also have the aspect ratio. Please take note of the aspect ratio of the device or the platform, I would say, that you want to create your design for. If you're creating for a design like TikTok, you want to use an aspect ratio that is portrait. If you're creating, for instance, YouTube, you might want to use landscape. Or sometimes you can use a square and then you can balance it up much later. But for this, I'm creating for YouTube, so I'm going with landscape so that it can generate a background image that is on the landscape format. Okay, it's very important. Take note of your aspect ratio so that you don't struggle, when it shows in your designs. So here we have customs, and we're going to go to customs. I want to use customs, but you see that like there are other options here as well. You have American cartoons if you want to do something around cartoons or something else like painting, animations. You have those options that you can generate. But here I like to go with customs because we want to use a prompt, a text to generate an image, just like it's a text to image. So we have like this prompt here, for instance, I'm having this prompt, create a beautiful looking white wall for a YouTube video that has a good GBLight setup and or whatnot. So these are like the prompts. I want to get this. And then I click on generate. It loads and I'm having these options that it brought for me here. So look at these options, look at these images already generated based on my prompts. So I have this, I have this, I have this generated for me. You click here to download and it downloads, and I want to make changes to this image, right? So what do? I'll click on this image icon because I want to bring back this image and give it another thing that I want it to add. For instance, I want it to add more space for me in front, so that I'll have more space in front between, so that when I, get my video infused into it, it looks very nice and amazing. So, or maybe I want it to have a more TV set or more bookshelf or whatever you just want to create. Just be creative. So I click on this image icon. I go to wherever I saved my image, right? That I just downloaded. So for instance, let's say this one, because I actually didn't download that. So for instance, let's take this one. I open it, or if you already have an image in your system that you probably got somewhere and you just want this application to make changes to it and add more flair and details to it so that it suits you. So you just do the same process. Click on the image and then it gets uploaded here. You can see it right here. Then you can change your prompt and say something like, let's say, add a bookshelf, add a bookshelf and let's see, more light to make it beautiful. So you click on generate. So you can see that this image that we have has been modified. So it's created this and it's giving it a bookshelf on the left, and it added more lighting to this. It looks more brighter and it looks, let's see what we've got anyway. So you see, we have this option, and we have this option actually. So this is not looking bad after all. I like this, yeah, but I think I prefer this because I like the room space on the left for me. This is not bad actually too, but yeah, I may probably download them. So if you like this, you can just click on download and you download it. If you do not like it, you can go back and keep putting things on this prompt, and then it will keep tweaking your images as how you want it to be. Now we've already generated what we want. You can then click on new project. Click on new project, or you hover on new project rather. So for the purpose of this video, we are doing 16 by 9, right? So I just click on it because it's YouTube I want to do this content for. It opens here, and so we're just going to go ahead and click on click to upload. If you see on the left hand side, these are like some things that I've tried, so it kind of saves all of them here for me, and so I have them here. So if you import anything, if you upload anything, it just saves it here on the left hand side of your computer. And so yeah, we are starting out this process afresh. And so what do we need to do? We click on click to upload, and when you click on this, it takes you to your computer where you have the background that you already downloaded that you want to use to edit, right? To save time, I have already selected the videos and they are already showing me here on the left hand side. So I just wanted to save time, right? So I've already brought in, uploaded my background images. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag into this place, right? These are like the images I want to try to use. This is the second one, and this is the third one I want to use, and this is the fourth one that I want to use. So now we are going to bring in the video that we've already recorded I want to use for this content. And like I said, you need to go here and click on upload. When you click on upload, then it takes you to your computer. You select where you have this video already saved. You click on it, so you can click on upload file, and it can take you to your laptop where you have it saved, and then you can select the video, open it, and it uploads. I've already brought in mine, so I'm not going to be doing it again just to save time. So I already brought it in. So what I need to do is, since I already have it here, I just have to drag it into the timeline, right? So this is the video, I have it here in the timeline. We just brought it in here, but you can see, if you notice, that the background is not showing yet. So it's just like the video is playing, and we have this background already here, but it is not. So what do we need to do in order to make this video stay on its own and then review the background that we already have inserted? So what we need to do is that we need to overlay this video. We need to overlay this video. So how do we do that? We click on the video here on the timeline to select it. Options that you have, you can go here at the top. When you go here, these are like your editing options. You have this one that looks like this picture plus a plus and a plus icon on it. It's add overlay. So you can click on it and then you just add the overlay on it. But you also have overlay here, and when you click on this drop down beside this, you can have the options how you can overlay this. So this one is showing you is bottom right, the other one is saying bottom left, the other one is saying top left, the other one is saying top right, just in case you want to flex, the overlay. You want to place this video probably at the top right or at the bottom or something. So you can use these options to do that. Or you can also click here, these three dots here, and you still have overlay or add overlay. So whichever option here, you still have these things. So maybe since we're already here, you can click on bottom right. So when you do that, you see that we now have this video overlaid on the background. So we can now see the background. So what we need to do is, before I scale, I like to first of all remove the background of my image. So we need to remove this background here that we have currently on the video, right? So what do we need to do? To remove the background, you click on the video. The video is already highlighted. You click here or you click here. And then if you go to the right options here, you can see basic, smart tools. So you look at smart tools, and on the smart tools, you have remove background. As you can see, this little puppy that shows when we hover on this remove background. You see the background that was there, and now it is removed. Very amazing and beautiful. And so we can just go ahead and click on remove background. Okay. So when we click on remove background, we have this option here, auto removal, and we have chroma key. So chroma key is like, as it says here, to pick a color to remove it from the image. For instance, if you want to remove a particular color from your background, you don't want to remove everything. Maybe let's say, for instance, on the wall, you have like a red paint somewhere and you just want to remove it. You don't want it to show on this background. You can use this option, chroma key, but that's not what we're interested in right now. We want to remove the entire background of this video. And so we're going to go ahead and select auto removal, right? This one. So it's toggled off right now. So we toggle it on, click here to toggle it on. And as you can see here on the timeline, that it is removing the background. And so it's going to start counting from 1 till it finally removes the background. So you see the background has been removed. I will just have my little self here showing on this page. So what do we need to do? This is the time that I like to now, resize or make this video bigger. So you click on this and just drag it and scale your video. You can just move it around to position it where you want it to be. You can just make it a whole lot bigger. Just adjust it as much as you want to adjust this video. Okay, so you can make it much bigger, right? So just keep adjusting as much as you want, but I think this is okay. So this is good. First background, changes to second one, and then changes to the third one, and changes to the fourth one, I would say. So this is not bad actually, but I know we have this space. That's because we do not have backgrounds here inserted because the video is longer than the background, but that's not a problem. We'll get to it and we'll adjust it. So what do we need to do? We might just adjust this background and stretch it out, and this one as well, the second one, as much as we want them to last in the video. So we'll click on this one as well, and then we'll stretch it out, and then we'll look at this one as well, and then we'll stretch it out. So now I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so that I can see. Yeah, that is the same length. So now you see that we have the same length of video with our background. So when we play this studio you're seeing right here is fake, or you can say this background that you're seeing right behind me is a fake studio. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, And you can as well turn your post notification so that when I post value packed content like this, you can be the first to get notified. You can as well share with your friends and your family. Until I come your way next time, I want to say to you, thank you and stay valuable.